Afternoon to you. Here we go. We are on Tomato Talk this afternoon. Very excited. We have a guest. His role, his role actually is to give people the opportunity to continue on. The company that he works with does that. I've gotten involved in a number of different things, over the years. But one thing I have absolutely come to appreciate the fact that really, truly, sometimes age really is just a number. It's what you're doing and what you can do, and who could help you along that process to continue on doing different things. So you're gonna love this one. I know you are. This guy is absolutely terrific. Been friends with him for many, many, many years. Love the role that he's in over here because he's helping people move forward. And he is working with Sunrise Senior Living. They got an event coming up this Thursday. That's October 20th, 5:30 to 9 o'clock. We're going to talk about the event. But one of the other things that we really want to focus on over here is there's so many things, so many opportunities. Yes, I will use that word. So many opportunities that come up. We just need to see them and embrace them. It is absolutely my pleasure to introduce to you Gino Venerosa. Hey, Gino, I'm going to move this off and make you a little bit bigger over there. There you go. We'll share the screen on this one. But you deserve full credit for so many things that you've been able to accomplish over the last many, many years.
Thank you, Brian. I really I appreciate that. That's definitely an amazing intro, and thank you for giving me the opportunity to be with you here today. And I really enjoy and appreciate our friendship. We've had known each other for a number of years, and every year it just gets better and better because we're always up to something new, right?
Oh, absolutely. There's definitely something to be said when you're with people that are doing that type A personality. Granted, sometimes we're just like really in many, many different places. We were discussing schedules before, it's all over. But these are the people that do. These are the people who do. These are the people that accomplish. These are the people that are looking to change the lives of other people. So really, truly, I know you've been a big help to me along the way, but the folks that are part of the whole family of Sunrise, you really are helping to move along the way. And am without a doubt talking about the residents of Sunrise Senior just as much.
Yeah, I mean, throughout my professional career, that makes me so grateful to work with Sunrise is our mission. Champion the quality of life for all seniors. The things that all of us, within our organization, um, we have this term. It's called second paycheck, and the second paycheck that we receive when we have that intrinsic feeling when we see that we've been able to find the proper place for a family's mother or a family's father, and knowing that their family no longer has to worry if mom or dad is safe because they are safe. They're in a Sunrise community. They know that they're not going to get a strange call at 5 in the morning because their parent was left alone, and they might have fallen and wasn't found till hours later. Sunrise provides that sense of certainty that there's medical oversight and that mom and dad are safely cared for in a community where they could thrive. There's always activities, events, functions. So it's really great to be a part of that. I love working for an organization that's purpose driven because it makes me feel purpose driven every day that I wake up. I have a purpose to wake up to.
And there is the value add. It's not just getting paid, it's that value add that goes along with the whole thing. So it's not just a facility, it's an actual place for the residents, to really truly, as you mentioned, about thrive. And one of the things that I found to be interesting the last time I visited, besides the program that go on, the music, the arts, and some of the other, physical things that that you got going on, during the holidays and things like that. But it's the hallways, how those hallways are designed. That struck me more than just about more than anything else.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. We what it's called purpose built. So our communities has a lot of depth built into them, and it's kind of naked to the human eye unless you're really looking. So I think, Brian, what you're referring to is the width of the hallways. If you walk into a Sunrise community, there every little thing. And again, you may not see this, but if you truly look, It's purpose driven and it's purpose built with the idea for our seniors to thrive. So the hallways are wide. So let's say a resident is in a wheelchair and another resident's in a wheelchair. They're able to, walk past each other or wheel past each other inside the hallway because that's how big they are. Even like, the common areas inside the community, if you look up, so 80% of our communities are usually common area spaces, residents inside the room, because as much as we can have them out sort of interacting and engaging within the community and engaging with other residents, uh, it just leads to healthier outcomes for the residents. So to encourage social, our residents being social are, the sunlight. So like, we have sun, windows from up above and it shines into like the common areas of the community. So people are encouraged to congregate, within those areas. And even the seats, inside a Sunrise community, they're also purpose driven, the chairs. It's amazing how much thought and depth goes into, creating one of our communities.
Right. But I was also thinking just when you walk down the hallway, it looks like you're walking down a street. It's got that kind of a look to it. It's not an institutional look. It's more of a it's very it's very friendly crafted in the
Yeah.
way the doors are, the way the windows are, all this that stuff inside the hallway. I thought that was it's like comforting. If you have mom or dad there, it just is kind of comforting. You don't want to put them in an institution. You want to put them in some place where they can thrive. And I think that's a lot of that's like the emotional thriving, for the residents just as well, because they feel
Hmm.
like they're walking down the street kind of a thing.
Yeah. Yeah. It's their home, so we want to, it's their home and we wanted to make sure that, it feels like their home.
Now you have this event that's coming up on Thursday, and I was there last year. It was a whole lot of fun. Definitely, it was great. You got all the employees down there, and also other members of the community. They're there having a great time. You're raising a little bit of money, also. So why don't you tell us a little bit what's going to take place on Thursday night?
Yeah. So this Thursday, as you mentioned, October 20th, Sunrise is at it again. So, like you mentioned in the past, we were hosting this special event called Singing Off Key for Alzheimer's. And basically, what we did was we have taken all of our Sunrise communities. On Long Island, we have 10 communities in Suffolk and Nassau. Then we have another two in Brooklyn, another two in Staten Island, and a few upstate in the Westchester area. And we all sort of came together to synergize, uh, to raise awareness and raise funds to the for Alzheimer's. This time we are working directly with the Alzheimer's Association. Sunrise has sort of like a national, partnership that we participate in their Walk to End Out. So that's who we're partnering up this year. This year we switched singing off and key, because last time we had people that were actually really, really good. They weren't off key, they were on key, when they were singing karaoke. So we switched the name. So it's singing on and off key for Alzheimer's. And it's an opportunity for networking. It's a free event, totally free to attend. And, it's being hosted at the Hilton Inn. It's a beautiful hotel. If you haven't been to it, recently opened years ago. Absolutely beautiful. And they've actually expanded it. And, we're going to have sort of like an outdoor area that people are going to be able to, network in. And it's right in it's at 3 Harbor Park Drive in the town. If are using their GPS, it's actually Port Washington when they're using the address in their GPS. But it's the evening is going to be featuring food, drinks, everything complimentary. We'll have different food stations, a pasta station, we'll have a salad station, and desserts. And throughout the night, people will have the opportunity to volunteer. Well, excuse me, they'll have the opportunity to sponsor their friends and colleagues to sing. So the way it works is that they would actually literally bet to have someone sing, and then that person is obligated. The money goes to charity. The person's obligated to go and sing whatever karaoke song that person wants. So it's just a fun event. We're doing it for the professionals, and also there'll be different tables. People are actually sponsoring the event. So there'll be different healthcare professionals. Some of the colleagues that we work with within the industry will be setting up a table just to kind of meet, some of the people attending. So, yeah, we're looking forward to another good year and another nice, fun event.
Yeah, I remember last year, man. It was great. It really was. Hey, before we get to like the sponsors and then the more professional side of this and the networking that is very much a part of the whole thing. Those folks that get sponsored, that's probably the singing off key, probably, and the singing on key. It's like, oh no, 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 I'm not doing this. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Raise money for a good cause for the Alzheimer's, the Alzheimer's Association, without a doubt. So
Yeah.
that was, but that's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's something different for networking. It's a kind of a networking event that's a little bit outside the box, and it's funny. It's just funny to see some of your colleagues and people try to get up there and sing some of these karaoke songs. It's always a good time.
Yeah.
Last time I had to hide for a couple minutes because my name was being nominated a number of times. I'm like, all right, well, I think I have to go to the bathroom. But lo and behold, by the end of the night, I had to sing.
There you go. And it was on key, definitely on key. So the attendees here, a number of them, employees of Sunrise, will be
Yep.
attending. The sponsors, though, it's a little different, and since focusing, on the business community with a lot of the different things that we've been doing, over the years, this is actually a really good opportunity for those that are involved with seniors, and it's not just uh, that's not really just the lawyers, the rest of that, it's everybody that's kind of involved with seniors because you are a very active facility in that respect, and with the art programs and music programs, things like that. So, who the kind of sponsors that you have at this, or the kind of different businesses that you'd like to see attend this, because this is an open event.
Sure.
What kind of industries would that be?
So it's interesting, about seniors, people may automatically just think healthcare, and healthcare is the only, industry that, can work with seniors. But that's absolutely not true because if you take a moment and you think about any business, every business serves seniors, whether you're a real estate agent, whether you're an attorney, the insurance business, or maybe you're just a retail store. Seniors are part of our community. you know um, so every business influences and works with seniors. So it's not just healthcare professionals, it's other people as well. And if you're a business owner, you may ask yourself, okay, well, how was my business serving our senior community? If we think about it, in this country, there are 10,000 seniors turning 65 every day. It's like the biggest growing, group of demographics within this country. And 10,000 seniors turning 65 every day. A lot of people, we're seeing a lot of these assisted livings popping up everywhere, wherever we go there. So we're getting ready, for these baby boomers to retire. So, just as Sunrise is positioned to help these seniors, as a business owner, you may want to ask, okay, well, how am I positioned, to help these seniors? And, so that's something that I would challenge all businesses to think about, how am I serving my senior community? And, be able to clearly define that. And if you have already defined that, you can get that message out at this event. All of our, Sunrise, as well as a few of our healthcare professionals that we work with, we call them our preferred providers because they're the people that to, work with us and work with our seniors. But then there's also, to your point, we have an elder care attorney. Who specializes in, wills and trusts. Obviously, that's important. We have a real estate broker who, specializes. There's a designation that they take, SRES, become a senior relocation expert. And there's, the way that a realtor works with a senior may be a little bit different than the way a realtor would work with, let's say, a millennial like myself. So, we'll have them, some realtors there as well. So it's just a whole slew of different professionals. And again, it's not limited. But what I would say is, if you are a professional, is I'd ask yourself the question, hey, how am I positioned to serve this incoming wave of seniors to 65, 10,000 of them every day. And what am I doing to help?
Right. Now, since I'm in the baby boomer category, I got the gray hairs to prove it, might I add. So I'm looking at this thing also from a slightly different perspective, right? And that
Yeah.
is not so much as the industries that you provided over there, but there's a number of different groups that are about over the age of 50, over the age of 60. You're moving into a whole nother phase of what you really want to do, and is capturing people on video. This way they could tell their stories to their kids, grandkids, maybe great grandkids, depending upon age brackets, writing books, things like that, different events to outward to go to. I mean, there's one event I went to, the family, the kids, the kids probably my age. Mom was 90 and she's out there. I mean, she's having a ball doing the whole thing. So there's different outdoor, maybe indoor activities too, that are part of it also. So it's great. And that's where I think Sunrise kind of fits in with that in many respects, maybe not every respect, but many respects, because a lot of these things are part of that whole senior living, as to what's going on. And a lot of it's, I mean, if you're capturing video interviews with the residents of the facility, you get a videographer that's going there, or if you are one, maybe you want to help people co-write a book about their life story, businesses, all kinds of things. So I think there's a multitude of industries, not just, as you put it, and you're 100% correct. It's not just the healthcare. There are a
Mhm.
few, that really, still got a lot of things to do. Just don't want to, be in the home or need the extra care, doing different things. But they've, got the memories that they want to share, especially the past memories. You got different ways of doing that.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's a unique opportunity for videographers to work with our seniors because every senior has a story. Usually, it's a magnificent story, and I think I've seen this done before. But the idea of being able to capture that story on video leaves behind a legacy, for the family. And as a videographer, that could be something that utilizing your skills and your talents to capture a senior story could be a keepsake for a family, for many years to come. So that could be a really great opportunity for, videographers to work with our seniors. They have such amazing, just to, spend a few moments to sit down with a senior and hear, what some of the challenges that they've gone through. There's learning lessons in that. And it's just incredible to hear, some of the stories that they've gone through. So as a videographer, to perhaps be able to capture that could be a tremendous gift, for families to create a legacy.
Yeah, no, I agree. And the point really is that it's not just the healthcare facilities. It's not just the
Yeah.
healthcare industries and things like that. There's many different ways and many different needs and many different opportunities, to help serve the the seniors in our communities, and to attend, let's see, a free event where there's refreshments, a little bit of singing, an opportunity to impress the crowd or maybe get embarrassed if you embarrass yourself with the singing, whatever. This sounds like a perfect opportunity to go and explore some opportunities for those that are in various industries. That like, I don't know if it isn't, but you know what? Get in touch with yourself, Gino, and go down there Thursday night. I think it's a great opportunity for a lot of people.
Yeah, and just so if people want to register, just kind of look into the event. Again, it's a free event, but the website where you'll see some of the sponsors and a little bit more information. It's very simple. It's https semicolon two forward slashes singoffkey.eventbrite.com. So that's https semicolon and then there's two forward slashes, and then it's sing SING off OFF key KEY .eventbrite, and Eventbrite is spelled EVENT bright BRITE .com. So the way they spell bright, it's not like how we would typically think, but BRITE.com. So you'll see some of the sponsors that are there, and if you're a business that you would like to sponsor, it's actually a donation that goes, gives directly to the Alzheimer's Association. They write a check for $250. They're able to sponsor the event and have a table set up, meet the people that are attending, be able to hand out your brochures, your business cards, talk a little bit about what you do, and then the contact list afterwards, so that this way you can follow up with the attendees. And again, that is it goes right to the 501c3 association. So just another way to kind of give back and be a part of a fun event.
I saved a few people some typing stuff. I just threw it in the comment section. So all you need to do is click on it. But that was a great job of explaining what that Eventbrite site is. They certainly could make that a little bit easier, especially for us seniors, you know.
I totally agree. I 100% agree. Even for me.
It's an awful lot of typing. Just Google it. How do you're singing off key, Port Washington? I'm sure that'll come up too. But anyway, if you're listening to this, just click. That's it. Just one click. You're a click away. You're a click away. What are you click away from? Meeting. You got to meet Gino for one. If you have never met this guy, you really should. Two is that the people that are attending this thing, and that was I just had a great time meeting the different sponsors, you know, last year, because they're all forward looking. They're all looking at different ways to say that serve that community. And exactly what you were talking about in the beginning, that second paycheck, I that's great. It really is, because that's really what keeps us totally engaged in whatever it is that we're doing. And it really helps us to serve whatever that customer is much, much better. And people see that. And that's one of the things that I've always found to be impressive, you know, with, you know, you and the facility with Sunrise, is that always looking at different ways to serve that community and to find other people that can go in and assist you, bum, 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 and assist you in serving that community just as well.
Yeah, what I found out is this, I guess, a truth, if you would, you know, at least for me, is that, you know, I feel like we'd all do more for others than we'd ever do for ourselves. And, you know, when your focus is how can I help and how can I, you know, champion the quality of life of, let's say, our residents, our seniors, it's interesting what happens. So all of a sudden, like, you get greater insight to how to do those things. So it's like the greater our intention, the more insight comes to us, if that makes sense. So, you know, to your point, you know, if that's your mission, it's like you're able to have more energy, you know, that you're able to wake up with just a higher purpose,
Right.
because you're given more to life, I suppose.
But you're seeing things, you know. So you take on this role, or any of those other sponsors that come down, and again, everybody I met last year was that it wasn't so much as, hey, look at, you know, the products or services that we provide. It's like, how do we really help? That's the value side. How do we really help this community move forward? Not just hire me for the sake of hiring me, but how do I really help them? And it's those that really get it, I think, see themselves in the other person's shoes. And maybe they've experienced it firsthand and that kind of thing. And then that's where you're able to gain those further and better insights about how to serve the community, you know, how to serve
Right.
your clientele and the rest of it. And then we see that, and you know, there's others on the outside really see that, and I sure, you know, that those that have got, you know, a situation where they're looking for a good, clean, helpful facility. I hate to use the word facility, uh place of residence for
Senior living
mom and
community.
dad. Right? You know, it's that's where this really comes in. And all they have to do is go in there and meet with you or any of the staff members, and you can
Yeah.
see that. Always got the smiles on, always looking for ways to help.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's the website. People can give me a call too if they have any questions, whether it be, you know, Sunrise itself or the event. They could just give me a call. I can give you my number, 631-682-9103. That's my personal number. So, you know, if anybody has questions, or if you have a loved one, let's say, that may be struggling, perhaps navigating the healthcare system, we're certainly here to help. I'm here to help, and you know, I can certainly put you in contact with any one of our communities throughout Suffolk and Nassau County, just so that you have an added resource to help you navigate. Because the healthcare system is very complicated. So just to kind of have someone, you know, in your corner, that's what we're here for.
Yeah.
We're
Oh
here as
yeah,
a
we have it.
resource.
Yeah. So is there assistance on the other side? So we actually say, if you got a situation where, you know, mom and dad are going to go to, you know, to a facility, go in there and speak to you, but because of your relationship with, you know, the real estate folks, the lawyers, and everybody else, that transition period, which can be very emotional, but that transition period, you've got the referral network to help people if they need someone else to fill in for whatever kind of advice.
That's an excellent point. And as I mentioned, so if we think about a senior who's coming into, Sunrise, so Sunrise is where they live, but they may also need, as I mentioned, an elder care attorney to handle their estate or their finances. We may also need, a real estate broker who's going to get them top dollar for the home that they may need to sell, which they're coming from. So there's these, to your point, complementary industries that we work with, and we feel like it is our responsibility. Is yes, we are in the senior living business, but we want to, as many resources as we're going to offer, because we know ultimately, it's going to help release the tension and ease, a family. We work with obviously physicians, whatever they need during that time period. Our communities have established relationships with those particular professionals so that they can get the answers that they need. And it's not about, selling something or anything like that. It doesn't matter if people buy or if they don't buy it. We're just simply there to give them the information so that they can make the intelligent decision on what to do.
Right. And you have vetted everybody. So
Yes.
you've done your own research with whomever you're going to refer, because that is obviously a reflection on you. And so wondering here if that possibility does come up with, mom or dad, maybe that one of the first phone calls at least, maybe owe it to somebody, like you, to then get the guidance as to what to do, because it can be overwhelming, and then go backwards, and then work with some of the folks inside of your referral network, et cetera.
Yeah, we work with the best, in Long Island and New York and the New York metro area. We go through that hard work, and to your point, vetting. We spend a whole, a long time. There's certain criteria and standards that people need to meet in order to work
Yeah.
with our communities, or even to work with me. We want to make sure that they play by the same standards and
Yeah, and that
integrity.
vetting process is so important. Very, very important for all parties concerned, without a doubt. All right, I put up the information again over here for the walk. We only got another 2 minutes or so left. So that is Sunrise Senior Living. That's the Singing Off or On Key this Thursday night, October 20th. It's from 5:30 to 9 p.m. Complimentary. Again, it's open to everybody. So you get a chance to meet some of the folks that are working over at Sunrise. You get a chance to meet many of the people that are at the various facilities in and around the area also. So that's really important. And if you are somebody that works with seniors, or in some respects, healthcare or some other industry, I think this is a great event for you to go with, and bring some friends. This way they sponsor you to sing. That'll be fun. Got to get that on video, by the way.
Yep.
Makes for a very fun, interesting, and effective networking event. Also, the Alzheimer's group. I want to, put a plug for them. Also, some money is donated over to the Alzheimer's. Whatever funds that are raised gets donated over to the Alzheimer's Foundation.
It's the Alzheimer's Association. Yep.
Alzheimer's Association.
And
Yeah.
it's specifically for their Walk to End Alzheimer's campaign. So Alzheimer's Association is the association, the organization, and then they have this campaign, which I know a lot of Long Islanders are familiar with, because they throw these 3 huge walks that they do every year throughout Long Island, and so that's a specific campaign that we're donating to.
That's great. All right, and as that walk comes today, we'll make sure we get some information out about that when they do have
Yep.
the walks, because that whole season is coming up as we enter into the fall season, and we get out there and enjoy the fall season and do the walks and raise some money for these organizations such as Alzheimer's and such. But this Thursday, it's indoors singing on or off key, your choice. As that goes, and raise a couple of dollars along the way. Hey, Gino, I want to thank you so much for joining me today. I really, really do appreciate any conversation we have, whenever it might be. And given the fact that we can do it on air like this, it makes it more special.
I appreciate it, Brian. I really appreciate our friendship. It's always a pleasure to see you and talk to you. And I admire what you're up to in the world. And I'm looking forward to what's next.
Well, I'm stepping into that senior world a little bit more. You want to know something? It's a whole nother thing to do. It's a whole nother stage of life. And let me tell you, there's a lot more to do. And I'm glad to see you're a part of that world of the seniors, assisting us, even though you haven't made it to You're still younger, than you got another generation to go there or so. But it's good. You get it, and that's really great. So keep doing what you're doing. Sunrise keeps doing what they're doing. And you, my friends, have an opportunity here to be a part of it this Thursday night in Port Washington at Singing Off or On Key, and see what you could do to help out your clientele, help out Gino and his efforts, and meet some great people that are part of the whole community helping out the seniors market. All right, Gino, anything you want to say on the end over here? And then as they say, we're going to bring it to a close.
Nope. Just again, thank you, Brian, and thanks for everybody, for listening to this. And hopefully we'll have the opportunity to meet you in person this Thursday. It's going to be a fun event.
Excellent. Thank you very much, my friend. All right, there you go. I'm going to leave this up over here. This way you have it at Singing On Off Key, Thursday night, October 20th, 5:30 to 9 p.m. It's a Hilton Garden Inn, 3 Harbor Park in Port Washington. Really, I meant exactly what I said over there. Gino and Sunrise and so many people that I've gotten to know over the years, they get it. They just get it. They are looking to move forward. They're looking at different things as different opportunities, without a doubt. But they get it. They understand what their value add is as they continue on. And that is something that's so unbelievably important. Because once you understand that, other people will see it, and it's going to help you grow. It's going to help them grow. And more important than else, it's going to help those people that you serve continue to grow. And that is why you need to speak well, speak often, and live inspired.